This is the Oppo Find X7 Ultra, and it's packing one of the most impressive spec sheets I've ever seen with performance to match. First off, it's got a stunning curved 6.82-inch Pro XDR OLED screen with a 1440p resolution, 120Hz dynamic refresh rate, and an eye-popping peak brightness of 4500 nits. Under the hood, you've got the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor paired with up to 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 512GB of UFS 4.0 storage. The battery is a hefty 5000 mAh and it charges up super fast with 100-watt wired and 50-watt wireless charging. Plus, it looks downright slick. I love the navy blue vegan leather combined with the silver metallic frame and a glossy white back panel. Yeah, it's premium all the way, and if I ever got invited to a billionaire's luxury yacht, then this is the phone I'd bring. But here's the thing, flagship phones in 2024 are everywhere. They all have powerful specs and look great. Plus, you can actually buy them in India, unlike the Find X7 Ultra, which is only exclusive to China. So then, why am I even talking about it? Well, because I care about excellent products no matter where they're available. And the Oppo Find X7 Ultra is truly exceptional in that regard, especially its camera system. It goes way beyond what most people expect from a phone camera. With four 50-megapixel cameras, a massive 1-inch sensor on the main camera, and two telephoto lenses, there's really nothing like it on the market. To get the best results from this hardware, Oppo has developed a hypertone image engine and partnered with camera maker Hasselblad to deliver some pretty impressive image processing. This means you get excellent dynamic range, balanced exposure, and accurate colors. That 1-inch sensor also allows you to snap lovely low-light photos, often without the need for a night mode. Now, the main camera is pretty great for capturing shots, but what really blew me away was that 3x telephoto camera. It's got one of the biggest sensors you'll find in a telephoto camera, and the results are fantastic. You get plenty of detail and some amazing depth of field thanks to the wide aperture and large sensor. The second telephoto camera with 6x optical zoom isn't quite as powerful as the 3x one. Still, it's very capable and offers good versatility. In certain situations, I actually preferred the 6x optical results over the 3x ones. Just look at this picture on the right side. We're talking high contrast, great detail, well-controlled noise, and vibrant colors. When I needed more detailed close-ups, I could choose my preferred level with the two telephoto lenses, which I really appreciated. By the way, the ultra-wide lens kicks in automatically for close-up shots on the 3x and main cameras since there's no dedicated macro mode. I also found the second telephoto lens very usable at 10x and even up to 30x digital zoom because it uses Oppo's AI zoom powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. You can zoom all the way up to 120x, and while things get blurry at this level, the text in this picture is still quite readable, especially considering how far it was taken from. Now let's come over to portrait mode. It works at 4 set focal lengths, 23mm, 47mm, 65mm, and 135mm. The 23mm and 47mm portraits come from the main camera, while the 65mm and 135mm come from the 3x and 6x telephoto cameras respectively. The 65mm is my favorite focal length for portraits. It handles everything from colors to subject and background separation extremely well. It does sometimes trip up, especially around wisps of hair, and this is more noticeable at the 135mm focal length, but it's still one of the best camera phones for portraits. You could easily think the photos were taken with a DSLR camera instead of a smartphone. I even compared the Find X7 Ultra's portrait capabilities with the Vivo X100 Pro, which if you didn't know already takes amazing portraits. It's actually hard to say which one is better at snapping portraits because it's so subjective. But what I found during my testing was that the Find X7 Ultra seems to capture accurate skin tones with warmer color tones, which I prefer over the Vivo X100 Pro's slightly whitened skin tones and cooler colors. However, the X100 Pro offers a nicer bokeh effect and does a better job at edge detection, especially with strands of hair, whereas Oppo tends to smoothen them out completely. So it really comes down to what you prefer, but let me know in the comments below who you think the portrait king is. As for the ultra-wide camera, it delivers well-exposed results that match the main camera. Side by side, I didn't see much difference in color rendition between the ultrawide main and 3x telephoto lenses. However, nighttime ultrawide photos aren't as impressive as those taken with the main camera. The ultrawide uses a smaller sensor size, so there's more visible noise, softer edges, and noticeable lens flare from light sources. In the video department, all 4 lenses on the back can shoot 4K video at 60 fps, and both telephotos produce a nice amount of natural depth. You also get the ability to shoot in Dolby Vision with all the lenses, but the main camera can shoot it at 4K 60 fps and it has a better dynamic range throughout. Low light videos from the main camera come out well thanks to that massive 1-inch sensor, but in trickier lighting, the dynamic range of the 6x periscope lens didn't quite match up to the other 3 lenses. Rounding off the Find X7 Ultra's magnum opus of a camera system is the 32 megapixel front snapper. If you enjoy selfies with plenty of skin smoothing and 0 blemishes by default, you'll love it. Turn off the beautification mode though, and you'll get more natural photos and portraits. Look, Oppo has nailed it with the Find X7 Ultra. Its camera system is top-notch, offering consistent and versatile performance. The only downside is that you can't buy it outside of China. In fact, India hasn't seen a flagship Oppo Find series phone since 2020's Find X2 Pro. But rumors suggest that the upcoming Find X8 Ultra might just make it to the Indian market. And I do hope that's true, because tech like this truly deserves a global stage.